So hi guys, my name is Izzy, I'm a sporadic YouTuber. Today I'm going to be doing a tag video. I was tagged by Todd, the librarian, to do the Madman's Monsters tag. It's centered around different monsters. It was created by Madman Reads and Rocks. I believe that's your screen name. So yeah, so I have the questions pulled up on my phone and I'm just gonna kind of like go through them as we're doing this. So question number 1 is Dracula. He's a badass with a lot of supernatural abilities and a lot of weaknesses. Name a book that you like that contains a lot of plot holes and or uninteresting chapters. I'm gonna go with The Dinner by Herman Koch. I don't think there's a lot of plot holes, but I do think it kind of, the book kind of drags a bit at times, but I do think it's worth a read. I really did enjoy it. It got way better at the end. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Dinner by Herman Koch. Number 2 is The Wolfman. He's super strong and super aggressive. Name a book that grabbed your attention from the beginning to the end and left you feeling scarred. So I'm gonna go with The Girl in 6E by A.R. Tor. It did leave me scarred in a good way. So basically the main character is a cam girl on a porn website. So you can imagine where it goes from there. But she's also suffering like murderous tendencies, and it is a thriller and it's really good. I really recommend you go pick it up. It's definitely up there as one of my favorite books of the year. Number 3 is Frankenstein's Monster. He's composed of many different body parts and therefore finds it difficult being accepted by most of society. Name a book that tackles more than one important topic and is not well liked by everyone. I am gonna go with Fix Me by Rune Michaels. And I never see anyone talk about this on BookTube at all. I've never ever seen another person talk about this book. So if you've read this, please let me know. But this covers multiple topics. It covers self-harm, it covers abuse, it covers grief. There are lots of different things in here, mental illness, and just a lot of topics are covered in this, important topics, and I really enjoyed this. Number 4 is The Mummy. He's dead and wrapped in gauze, yet he's somehow still kind of scary. Name a book that you feel has a boring beginning, but a very interesting ending. I am going to go with In a Dark, Dark Wood by Ruth Warr. This book starts out kind of slow and you're kind of like, okay, can we get to the point? And then the ending was phenomenal. I really did enjoy the ending quite a bit. It made the read worth it. So I'm gonna go with this one. Number 5 is The Invisible Man. He's easy to lose track of and easy to forget about. Name a book that you believe is underrated and or in danger of being forgotten. You guys, I have the perfect one for this. Bernie and Jamil. This is a modern day Romeo and Juliet retelling. It is set in modern day Israel. It is between a Pakistani girl and an Israeli girl and a Pakistani boy. It's told in verse, which first off, beautiful. It's told in verse. It has, like, they actually take excerpts from Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet and mix them into the text. I loved this book, and it drives me fucking insane that other people don't see how great this book is. The reviews are awful and they just send me into a rage. So we're just gonna end that here. This one, this is the book. This is the book that's underrated and it really ticks me off. Number 6 is Creature from the Black Lagoon. He's amphibious and looks like a cross between a fish and a scuba diver. But he can be really creepy. He can be pretty creepy when he wants to be. Name a book that creeped you out or made you cringe more than once. Lost Boy by Christina Henry. This book, I'm telling you guys, Peter Pan, he just creeps me to my core, and this book made me cringe a multitude of times. It's great. This book is phenomenal. It is gory. It is like Lord of the Flies meets Peter Pan meets a slasher film. It is beautiful. I love it. It's great. It's one of my favorite books of the year, hands down. It's the best horror book I've read all year. This one will make you cringe, but it's worth it. And it'll creep you out, but it's worth it. Peter Pan is fucking terrifying. Number 7 is Phantom of the Opera. He wears a mask and a cape, but he's no superhero. Name a book that led you to believe it was just another ripoff of something of others like it, but ultimately ended up being something quite unique. So for this one, I'm going to go with Black City by Elizabeth Richards. So, I thought this was going to be like a paranormal romance. I thought it was going to be cheesy as fuck, and I thought it was only $1 from the dollar store, and I had this book and the second book. So I figured if I didn't like this one, I could unhaul both and get 2 off my TBR shelf. That failed because I love this, so I kept them. So this has so many more layers than I expected from this series, I really did not expect this many layers. And I really enjoy this book a lot. So first off, there's Romeo and Juliet aspects, which we just got into. I love Romeo and Juliet. It's my favorite Shakespearean play, mostly because I'm not about the romance, you guys. I love the tragedy. I love that because these two families let hate divide them, their kids are now dead. If they would have just embraced love, maybe the kids would have stayed together, maybe they would have broken apart. Who's to tell? But their kids would be alive. But anyway, sorry. Tangent. But so it's got Romeo and Juliet aspects. It's got political aspects, which I did not expect because these two races are divided by a wall, Berlin Wall-esque. And they're divided by a wall and separated and not allowed to mingle. And there is like borderline like touching base on like civil rights kind of thing. It's in there. You just have to dig a little bit and you just have to really look. Question number 8 is, if you could be any monster, who or what would you be? So here's the deal. This one is really hard. This is like the hardest question out of all of them for me. Okay, so I want to be sentient, obviously. Like I want to be conscious. I want to know what I'm doing. I don't want to be like lose control because that would freak me the fuck out. I don't want to be a werewolf. I don't want to be a zombie. I don't want to be something that loses control and doesn't know what they're doing when they're doing. That terrifies me. I don't want that. So I wouldn't be those. I don't want to be the creature from the Black Lagoon because I can't swim, so I don't want to do that. I don't really want to be a ghost. I wouldn't want to be a mummy because I'm a little claustrophobic. I don't want to be put in a tomb. That does not sound fun to me at all. I don't want to be Frankenstein's monster because that just sounds awful. I feel for him so much and it breaks my heart. I feel for him. I think I'm gonna go with like a vampire or like a witch maybe. Something along those lines. Number 9 is spread the love and tag some people. I'm going to tag Planet Shannon. I think that's your screen name. I'm gonna tag Shannon. Yeah, that's who I'm tagging. I don't know. I couldn't come up with who to tag, and I'm just like, who's the first person that pops in my head? And Shannon, you're it. I'm really bad at tagging people. I usually do tags just on my own, so I don't have to tag people. But I was actually tagged for this one, so I feel like I should continue the tag. So, Shannon, you are tagged. Ta-da! I'm done.